How well might should I get the Iron Spellbooks mod? Alright, for this mod we'll head over to CurseForge, okay? Go to Files, click Mod Loaders, Forge, All Versions and select 1. 20.1. Click the 3 Get File buttons. Choose your preferred software and version. Note, for Forge I needed the latest version for 1.20.1, which is 47. 4.0 version 47. 3.0 didn't work for me. Under Relations you'll see we need Curious API, GrackleLib and Player Animator. Also important, when I started it asked for the Keyless mod too. That's Keyless API. Same process. Files, Forge, All Versions, 1.20.1, done. And that's it. You got the mod installed without any issues. Hope this helped you out. Alright, what are the books in the Iron Spellbooks MOD and what do they do? Well, basically, in this mod, we have 12 books that use mana, which is magical energy, allowing us to cast spells, okay? There we can see, for example, the mana. Books have 8 or more slots for each spell, meaning they can hold up to 8 spells at once. As you can see, I have it equipped there, okay, inside my inventory. And to use or combine a scroll with a book, you need an inscription table, okay? We right-click, put the book in, put the book and the scroll, and that's it. Each book has its own advantage or disadvantage, okay? As you can see, if we hover over it, it tells us plus 100 max mana, 6 spaces for 6 spell slots, 10 spell slots, and so on. That's about it. This is a bit of what the different books do, which we'll see later. Alright, what does the Rotten Spellbook do? It's a book that gives plus 100 max mana, minus 15% spell resistance, and has 8 spell slots. Got it? For upgrades, use an Arcane Anvil. Each upgrade adds 5% to its specific type. A fire upgrade boosts fire magic power by 5%. Okay? Here are the upgrade orbs for you to see. We can improve it. Increasing attributes based on our orb. The mana orb gives 150 max mana instead of 100 if we want. So, how do you get this book? You can find it by exploring catacombs, which are these structures here. These catacombs or mazes are where we can find these types of books. Got it? We'll find more, but this mineshaft-like place is where they're located. The book's appearance is random and not guaranteed in every chest, so be patient and keep trying. You might need to explore several catacombs to find one. How does Blaze work and where's its manual? This book gives plus 200 max mana, plus 10% firepower, and has 10 spell slots. For upgrades, we can use a fire orb to boost firepower by 5%. We can also use a mana orb to increase max mana from 200 to 250. You get it by defeating blazes in the nether. Basically, kill these mobs as they might randomly drop the book. Not all drop it, so the more blazes you beat, the better your chances. Use looting enchantments, especially looting the 3 to increase rare drop. How the Dragonskin spellbook works and how to get it. Alright, this book basically allows us to read 2 spells. It gives a 10% boost to Ender Magic power and 200 extra mana. For upgrades, we can add the End Orb for 5% more End power and a mana boost for 250 mana. So how do you obtain this book? It's crafted using Dragonskin and the Ruined Book, found in skulk-infested cities, and that's all there is to it. Pretty simple. How does the Villager's Sacred Book work and where can you find it? Basically, this book gives us an 8% boost in Divine Power, 8% reduction in casting time, 200 mana, and 10 spell slot. For upgrades, you can apply various things, but ideally use a Divine Improvement Orb to increase from 8% to 13%. Also, use a Mana Orb to boost the maximum mana to 250. How do you get it? First, find an evoker fort in forests, plains, deserts, or savannas. It's a structure generated by the mod. Inside, look for a written book. Got it? This book is found, importantly, in the library area or second floor, where we'll find it on a lectern. In this case, it's called Research Journal, and that's the book we need to get. We need to translate this book using a captive wandering trader. Alright, we're going to trade this Research Journal book with a wandering trader. Important. You can find these in structures like evoker forts, but look how many I had to generate. I've generated almost 10 of them. To find this wandering trader, which might spawn naturally, though I wasn't lucky enough to get the trade. So the sure way is to find one here in a cage. I'd say maybe 1 in 10 has it. Just trade with him. And as you see, Research Journal costs 64 emeralds, okay? We give him the book and emeralds and he should give us the translated Research Journal, right? With this translated book, we'd go to a plains or tiger village with a priest's house. I believe the priest's house is this bell tower, correct? And this here is the priest. Simply put, we give him the translated book and he'll exchange it for the Bible, okay? So that's how we can obtain this book. How does finding the Druids book work? Well, it gives us 10% nature power, 200 max mana, and 10 spell slots. When you upgrade, you get the Orb of Nature, right? The Orb of Nature boosts its power from 10% to 15%, and the Orb of Mana increases our mana to 250. So how do you get it? You craft it with Arcane Cloth, Boar Blossom, Honey Bottle, Rotten Spellbook from Catacombs, Amethyst Cluster, Glowworm Sack, and Arcane Cloth. That's pretty much it. How the Necronomicon book works and how to get it. Basically, it gives us 200 mana and has pre-inscribed spells like Blood Slash level 5. Important to note, to switch between spells, we use V to cast a spell and R to cycle through different spells. Got it? This depends on which spell we have selected. Okay? For upgrades, we can add the Mana Orb, increasing mana from 200 to 250. You get it by defeating the Dead King, who has a 50% chance to drop the book. The Dead King is this guy here, alright? And here it is, see? Once we defeat him, he'll drop the Necronomicon as we're seeing now. It's that simple. How the Iron Spellbook works and where to find it. Basically, it's a book that gives us... It's a basic book with 6 spell slots. For upgrades, we can add a Mana Orb to boost mana from 200 to 250. We can also add any other upgrades to it. You craft it using 4 leather, 2 paper, and 3 chains. Got it? That's all there is to it. Pretty simple. How does the fragile book work, and where can you find it? Basically, it has 5 spaces for 3 slots. For upgrades, we can add the mana boost to increase from 200 to 250 mana. So how do you obtain it? Well, it's a very basic book that has its own crafting recipe, okay? 2 copper, 1 wire, and 6 papers. That's it. Simple as that. How does it work? And find the Grimoire of Invocation book. It gives us a 10% boost to summoning magic power, 200 mana, and 10 spell slot. As you can see, it already comes with some spells, right? Pre-selected. So how do you get it? Besides upgrades like Summoning Boost or Mana Orb, it's a rare drop from Evokers or Arch Evokers. Again, it's a very rare drop. Here are these two, see? The Arch Evoker spawns in Evoker Forts, okay? Evokers can spawn in raids and various other situations. It's quite rare, so use Looting 3 or similar enchantments to improve your chances. That's all there is to it. How does the Apprentices book work and how do you get it? Basically, it's a book that gives 15% spell cost reduction, 50 extra max mana, and 8 slot spaces. For upgrades, we can add a mana improvement, and it's craftable. It's made with 4 arcane essences, hoglin hide, and 3 gold ingots. So yeah, it's that simple. How does the spellbook work and how do you get it? Well, basically let's first talk about how it works. It has 10 enchantment slots and over 100 max mana. You can use a mana boost orb to increase it from 100 to 150 max mana, for example, or add other upgrades. So how do you obtain it? It's craftable. You need 4 hoglin hides, 2 diamonds, any enchanted book, and 2 arcane cloth. The cloths are made with arcane essences and wool. That's it. It's that simple. How does the old codex book work and where can you find it? First off, let's talk about how it functions. It provides 12 spell slots for us to use. It gives 20% cooldown reduction and 200 extra max mana. For upgrades, we can boost cooldown to 25% and mana to 250. To get it, you'll need to craft it using this recipe. You'll need arcane cloth, blood vital, netherite ingot, and ruined books. And that's it. Pretty straightforward. Alright, now let's talk about mobs. Okay, first up the priest. They appear in villages with only one trade type, okay? These here, no levels, self-heals like witches, restores 10 health. Also attacks the ancient knight from the Irons and Spellbooks mod. It has this look, holy runes, legendary runes, dyes, and various items, including arcane essence. So that's basically how it works. On the other hand, we have the ancient knight. This mob appears in the mod structures, specifically in the ancient battleground. It's an old battlefield in the Nether, and its loot includes netherite scrap, the decrepit flamberge, a really good sword, and cinder essence. Got it? So yeah, that's how easy it is to find this mob. Where can you find the Dead King and how does he work? Basically, this mod boss has 2 lives, okay? He has 400 health and when it drops to 200, he enters phase 2, becoming half his size. The Dead King is found in a structure called the Catacombs. Got it? It's part of the mod and you'll see the structure now. This is the structure here, okay? If we press F3 plus B, we can see a Dead King here, for example. It's an easy way to find him. So that's the Dead King. We unlock him with 1 hit, and as you can see, he has his own animation, okay? Once he's done his animation, there he is. A fight starts with music and everything, got it? I'll show the second phase, but it's similar to the first, okay? And here's the second phase, alright? As I said, the music is amazing, so enjoy the fight. As for drops, he has these, okay? Arcane Essence, Legendary Armor, Runestone, Bloodstaff, okay? The book, the Necronomicon, All these scrolls give us different powers and such. So yeah, he's a very rewarding boss to kill and well worth it. How does the Archie Summoner work and where can you find it? The Arch Summoner is a variant of the vanilla Evoker, got it? You'll find it in the Evoker's Fort, this structure here. We can find this mob, typically on the upper levels. I've already defeated this one. They can spawn in biomes like forests, plains, savannas, and deserts. As for its drops, this is basically the loot you'll get, okay? Arcane Essence, and lots of scrolls, you see? Runes, evocation items, and various dyes, alright? So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Let me introduce you to the Necromancer. This is the skeleton's brother, and there are 3 types. This one and 2 others. As you can see, this mob uses a healing potion when attacked. It appears in Necromancer towers, which generate in various overworld biomes. The Necromancer is found at the tower's top, guarded by many skeletons. And summoners, okay? Its loot includes the Tarnished Crown, Dark Arcane Essence, and Scrolls. Since you're probably curious about the tower, let's check it out. This isn't the Necromancer's tower. It's likely the Pyromancer's, right? There are actually only 2 towers in total. This doesn't look right, it must be the other one. This one seems too peaceful, not what we're looking for, so it must be this other one, okay? The Necromancer should be at the top, but it's not always guaranteed. Alright, let me introduce you to the Cryomancer. He's the Necromancer's other brother, but from the snowy regions, so he has different loot. He uses a healing potion when attacked, and appears in the Cryomancer's tower, got it? The Cryomancer's tower. These towers generate in the overworld, only in snowy and icy biomes like Snowy Taiga, Ice Spikes, and Snowy Plains, okay? The Cryomancer is at the tower's top, guarded by mobs and magical traps, got it? For loot, he drops Arcane Essence, Scrolls, an Ice Rune, and various dyes, alright? It's as simple as that. And finally, let's talk about the Pyromancer. This villager type gives emeralds for fire-related items and sells fire scrolls for emeralds. Found in the Pyromancer tower, which looks like this. I think it should be around this height, right? Let's see if I can find it. No, it should be here, shouldn't it? Look, here we have the Cryomancer. I guess different mobs spawn depending on the Pyromancer tower, okay? Considering what we've seen. Or maybe it's this one here, Pyromancer, right? Yes, this is the Pyromancer we were looking for. Oh, it's appeared in this other tower. This isn't the Pyromancer tower, it's the mountain tower. I guess it can spawn in any of the towers that appear. But anyway, here it is. It appears in hot, dry biomes like desert, savanna, and badlands, okay? The Pyromancer is usually found at the top of the tower. Well, in this case, it was at the bottom, okay? Important, it's loot. Loot includes Arcane Essence, various dyes, fire runes, and all types of fire scrolls. Finally, we have the Apothecary, right? It basically spawns in... well, it's a kind of villager that spawns in the nether. And well, its loot is mainly arcane essence and natural runes, okay? Various poison scrolls, and yes, all sorts of dyes too. So yeah, these are the drops we can expect from this mob. Alright, let's dive in. What's the purpose of Scepters in the Iron Spellbook mod? Essentially, Scepters amplify your abilities when held in your hand. It's best used in the offhand, but it's also a solid melee weapon with good damage. Each Scepter has unique upgrades like book power, cooldown reduction, and mana regen. How does the Blood Scepter work? When you hold this scepter in your offhand, it mainly boosts blood magic power along with other abilities. You can get it through the mod, or more specifically, from the mob. The Carver, the Dead King's Corpse, which is this mob right here. When you kill it, there's a chance it'll drop the scepter. You can upgrade this scepter with both upgrade orbs and vanilla Minecraft book. How does Greybeards' staff work? This craftable staff is quite basic, only increasing your mana by 25% and boosting mana regen and spell power by 10%. It has low melee damage and its magic boost isn't impressive. Crafting needs a shovel, iron ingot, and arcane essence. How does the ice one work? This ice one gives us 5% spell power, 15% ice spell power, and 25% mana regen. It's like the blood wand, but for ice. Like the Greybeard staff, it's craftable. The blood one has 8 attack, while this has 5. Got it? To craft it, you'll need frosted health and a permafrost shard, okay? Frosted health is crafted using these ingots like this. So yeah, it's that straightforward. How does the artificial arcane work? Well, basically this scepter does less damage than ice, but it reduces your casting and cooldown times, which makes the good enchantments. You become a spell spammer and can basically use spells much more frequently. Okay? This scepter can be crafted, right? It's made with 3 crimson planks, 2 gold ingots, and an amethyst shard. This scepter, as you can see, has 5 damage plus 5% power, 15% spell cooldown reduction, and 15% lightning power. This scepter, as you might guess, enhances electricity spells. It's literally a lightning rod. You can upgrade this scepter with orbs or in vanilla Minecraft. Here's how to get it, okay? First, we'd create a lightning rod, which is this thing here. Got it? A lightning rod. We'll make sure there's a storm in the world. We need an electric rainstorm. During the rain, we apply an energized core to it, alright? During the storm, okay? As you see, I did. Well, it's calm now, so we can't. Let's start a storm. Here we go. Now the storm begins. Just right click, okay? See? Lightning strikes and we get the scepter, no problem at all. So that's how you get it. It's that simple. Alright, what are the rings for in the spells mod? Basically, the rings are equipped on the body, okay? You can equip them here, and you can wear up to 3, as we're seeing. No, correction, 2 rings in a chain. They grant advantages and immunities that benefit us in the mode, like more mana, faster spell casting, higher spell damage, and other perks. How does the flaming ring work? Well, you can craft it with Tinder Essence and 2 arcane savages. Basically, this ring grants us immunity to fire. It's great for the nether and fire type spells, got it? So yeah, it's that simple. How does the emerald stone plate ring work? It gives us 25% more XP from killing mobs and is great for XP farms. To get it, we just need an enchanting bottle and arcane salvage made from arcane debris. And that's it. Simple as that. How does the Frostbite ring work? It's related to the flame ring and gives us immunity to freezing. It protects from powder snowfalls or frost attacks, but it's not very useful. It gives us the permafrost shard and arcane savage. Got it? Well, that's what it's crafted with. Important note. This is more useful for PvP against rivals who have the same mod, okay? And, you know, if they have ice spells or something like that, right? How does the poison ring work? Basically, it gives us poison immunity, okay? To craft it, you need a nature run and arcane salvage, got it? It's that simple. How does the non-affinity ring work? Basically, it's an empty looking ring. It has nothing in it, right? And well, that's it, okay? I think you can attach a scroll to this ring, right? And it then has the scroll's essence. But beyond that, it doesn't have anything else, okay? It's craftable, but there you have it. How does the concentration charm work? Basically, it's a necklace that you can only wear one at a time. It makes long casting spells interruptible. Interruptible as long as we have mana, of course. And yeah, you craft it using 4 arcane salvage and 3 chains. How does the friendship resonance amulet work? It's another necklace that gives mana regen and can be crafted. It provides 15% mana regeneration. To craft it, you need 4 leather pieces and an amethyst stone. How does the mana ring work? It gives us over 100 max mana. To craft it, you need arcane ingots, made from arcane essence, any ingot, and a diamond. How does the recovery ring work? It's made with 4 copper ingots and an arcane salvage. Got it? Basically, it gives us a 15% reduction in spell cooldown. How does the silver ring work? Basically, it adds 250 to max mana and appears as random loot in mode chest. It can be found in magical structures like wizard towers, pyro/cryo/necromancer lairs, catacombs, or other arcane places. There's no guaranteed way to get it. You'll need to explore and check many chests until you find this rare item. So yeah, it gives you an extra 25 max mana. That's what it does. Coexistence ring. It reduces spellcasting by 15% and is made with arcane salvage and an amethyst shard. How do you get the stained crown? This crown is dropped by the Necromancer. Now, the Necromancer is this mob here, got it? Basically, this Necromancer can be enchanted with books, scrolls, and orbs. It reduces damage, specifically damage per hit, by 15%, which is really interesting. So there you have it, folks. How about you get the Hither Wither's Hands wand? Okay? It lets us cast portals. This scepter creates portals for 200 mana. Got it? Now I'll equip armor that gives me those 200 mana. Okay? You can see it here. We can create portals. There's one portal and let's make another. It's simple. You go from one point to another. Portals last 2 minutes, okay? It's a unique item. No one knows how to get it, but there you go, alright? Alright, what are the inks used for in the Iron Spellbooks mod? Basically, inks can be crafted or obtained as loot from mobs, okay? We've been seeing this throughout the review, right? Here, I'll show you a bit about the crafting recipes using the Alchemist's Cauldron, where we put any scroll and a water bottle, okay? We're seeing that there, we already have various advanced crafting methods and such. And there we have the different crafting recipes for various inks. The inks are made in a cauldron, which needs a scroll and a water bottle. This is done to create a scroll that can turn a scroll you have into ink. If you find one you already have or isn't good, you can make it into ink for a better one, basically, okay? Using this Alchemist's Cauldron that's crafted this way, there are 5 inks: common, unusual, rare, epic, and legendary. Each one creates scrolls of that level, okay? That's the difference. That's it. What are the different upgrade orbs in the Spellbooks MOD used for? These orbs enhance armor or book powers, increasing damage and magical abilities. Each orb is crafted with specific materials depending on the upgrade type. All upgrades require empty orbs as a base, got it? Here you can see the different crafting recipes, okay? Notice how they all need this central orb here. So, how do we use them? We can use them in an arcane anvil, alright? That's how we mix the powers, basically. For those wondering, the arcane anvil is crafted like this. Simple as that. But what are runes in the spells, iron spells, and bugs mod? Basically, these runes are the main element for creating enhancement orbs. They're made with the materials I mentioned earlier, okay? We'll show you Arcane Essence, obtained by killing mobs in the game and other elements. The second type of rune needs specific materials like 8 runes and so on. Importantly, you need an empty rune to make all the others, so runes are basically improvement elements for creating armor or other important game items. They might need special materials like frozen bone from strays or lightning in a bottle from charged creepers, and a divine pearl that you can craft, okay? Other elements will be explained in Jay's mod, alright? So that's it, it's that simple. Alright, let's talk about potions in the Iron Spellbooks mod, which does indeed have its own potions, okay? This mod, like vanilla, has potions that are similar but more powerful. Instead of level 2, they're level 3, and they're all made in the cauldron, got it? Each potion has its own crafting recipe, okay? As you see there, Oak Log plus 2 level 2 healing potions makes a level 2 Oak Skin potion. What does it do? Well, obviously it gives you damage reduction, and I think instant health too. Some potions aren't as good as Minecraft's, but others give more health or resistance. There are 2 types of each, with some variations, okay? So, I'll leave you with all the crafting recipes and other details. If you want to check it out, go right ahead. Finally, to wrap things up, let's talk about getting Arcane Debris, a material in the mod that isn't explained in Jade. It's found in the overworld in very small amounts, not exposed to air. Well, you mine it with a netherite pickaxe below layer minus 38. It's that simple. That covers everything about the mod. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in future videos. Bye bye. How does the Conjurer's talisman work? It gives us increased conjuration damage, right? It's plus 10% and can be crafted. This is a necklace, so it goes in the necklace slot, not with rings, okay? So we can wear it in addition to other spells or, well, gadgets to be more precise. To wrap up our discussion on rings and necklaces, let's talk about the heavy chain. This one is crafted using 4 chains and an arcane salvage. Basically, it provides us with a 15% spell resistance, and that's it. Pretty straightforward. Alright, now I'll talk about all the armor in the Spells and Books mod. First up is the Wandering Mage armor. It's one of the most basic armors with simple crafting using leather or arcane essence. Let's switch to survival mode to check out the armors. I'll show you a bit of the crafting process, okay? Besides protection, each armor piece adds 25 mana, totaling an extra 100 mana. So, there you have it. Next, we have the Scarecrow armor, another easy one to craft. It's made with leather, arcane cloth and such. This gives 75 mana, adding up to 300 more mana total, got it? Next up is the Pyromancer armor, an advanced set that reduces fire damage. Unlike previous sets, each piece gives 125 extra mana and 5% magic power, totaling 500 mana and 20% more magic power. All these are crafted with fire runes, got it? A bonus for this armor, the chest piece can be imbued with enhancement orbs and scrolls to boost its performance and damage as it's upgraded. And then we have the Electromancer set, similar to Pyromancer, but it enhances electric attacks instead of fire. Like the other chest piece, it can be upgraded with scrolls and orbs. Each piece gives 125 extra mana and 5% magic power. This one's made with an electric rune. Lastly, we have the Archivoker, another sibling armor that basically boosts summoning power, okay? Let's continue. We have the Cultist armor, which basically increases the power of blood magic, okay? This is the crafting you see, again with the rune, and the breastplate has an upgrade slot for orbs or scrolls. It's created with a blood rune, sorry. Then we have the Cryomancer armor. It's similar to Pyromancer, but this one buffs ice attacks instead of fire. Like the other breastplate, it can be upgraded with scrolls and orbs per piece. It gives 125 extra mana and 5% magic power. This is created with an ice rune. Next we have the Shadow Walker, okay? This armor is created from a light armor base, okay? It gives 125 mana per piece, and the breastplate has an upgrade slot, okay? Next, we have the Priest's armor, made with a sacred rune. It gives 125 mana per piece and boosts divine magic power. Then there's the Plague armor, crafted with the nature rune. It basically increases our nature power, and once again, same deal. Finally, we have the Battle Mage's netherite armor. This armor boosts our magic power and gives 125 mana per piece. The chestplate has an upgrade slot for orbs or scrolls, and it's made with a netherite ingot, got it? So that covers all the armor parts we have here. As an extra piece, we've got the Stained Crown, which is this item here. This crown drops from the Necromancer and can be enchanted with books, scrolls, and orbs, okay? And that's it. Pretty straightforward. Finally, to wrap things up, let's talk about getting Arcane Debris, a material in the mod that isn't explained in Jade. It's found in the overworld in very small quantities, not exposed to air. You mine it with a netherite pickaxe below layer minus 38. It's as simple as that. With this, I'd say the mod is fully explained. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye bye.